waist is extremely small. This one. I know you got this one.
Y'all go out and find the chicks, or they submit their information?
I find them.
I don't know if I got that one.
Oh, how you not get this one?
I don't know if I got that one.
Oh my God.
I was amazed by the tongue.
Yeah, she got that. Yeah.
And she liked to show her tongue.
Yeah, but how you? Come on, man.
So I don't know. Nah, I don't think I got that.
Oh, so you wasn't you didn't.
I
go.
wasn't on it. Yeah, I wasn't on it.
You gotta hit that one.
What did I?
Yeah, her tongue that's serious action. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, that's crazy.
First 3 pictures of tongue.
Yeah, she love her tongue. I love her tongue.
Oh yeah, y'all was broadcasting.
We already know you would do us like that.
Anyway, yeah, do it. Yeah. What up, Facebook? What up, YouTube? Twitch, what it do?
Let's do this.
KoolaRadio.com. What it do? Let's go back to ESPN.
No juice.
I think that's the one that failed. Not stepping on something.
Now listening to the Real Game Sports Show on Villa Koola Radio with your boys, Calby Easy and Big Marcus.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
What up, what up, what up? This is The Real Game, the game inside of the game, the hottest, dopest sports show in the world. This is your guy, Calby Easy. Hey, big body escalator on them 33 and a halves is my guy, Big Marcus. What it do, sir?
Man, what's going down, man?
Man, I'm in this thing, man. Real hot and real official. But, hey, Big Marcus, man, we got a guest at the table this week, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got a special guest, man. This is my line brother. Let me give you a real backdrop to this. See, we was on the line together. 14. Yeah, DP. See, I never told you he was the DP.
Oh, I already knew that.
Yeah. How you know my business?
Man, I know your business, man.
Okay. We're rolling with this, Big Marcus, man. It's my pimp. Not my pimp, but the pimp of my line. See, you never know. I was the rock. You had the story too? Yeah. That's the pimp right there. Hey, Thunder Dame is in the building. What up, sir?
People, what's good?
Man. So glad you're here, man. Kicking it with the boys, man. Already. But Thunder, huh?
Did you tell them how you was a professional and
we're gonna get into that. I didn't give him everything. I just we're gonna get into the
enjoy
savant.
yourself, man. Have fun with the show, man. Don't listen to what he got.
We're gonna get into the savant talk later. So we're gonna take him slow first. Before we go any further, man, let's go ahead and introduce my guys who bring this show to life. The super producer. His mama called him Cam King, but we like to call him SP. Super producer, what's up, sir? How you doing?
I'm gravy trained today, Calby Easy. How about yourself, bro?
Brother, I'm blessed, man. I'm glad to be here.
Already. Let's have a good show, shall we?
Yes, we will. And Blue Headphones, the guy who did this thing all the way through to the finish line, Lunda the Great. The engineer, girl. Sir, how you doing?
Doing well.
Good job, Lunda the Great. You okay, Lunda the Great? I mean, you been here all morning and everything's good. Did you have a long night, man? Last night I heard, man, you was over on the block, man. Heard you was on the block.
He called me. He called me. He done thought about a whole movie. He telling me about a whole movie, man. Then, at the end, he say, "Man, don't think about it, man. I'm high."
I'm high. Okay. What's up?
You downgraded.
No. I didn't downgrade. These. Well, let me introduce the last but not least statistician. Last but not least.
I'm sorry.
You doing okay? Last but not least. Good job. Thumbs up. No, the headphones. Last week I had to apologize to the thank y'all for tuning in and showing up with you guys, man. Facebook, what it do? Facebook, let's go. YouTube, man, let me in the building. Villa Koola Media on YouTube. Let's go. Twitch, stop playing your game. Let's tune into the real game. VillaKoolaRadio.com. Appreciate y'all for holding us down, being that foundation, being that base. The headphones, to get back to it. Last week, I'm professional. Didn't have my headphones. I apologize to the riders.
What kind of headphones were they?
What?
What brand?
What you mean what brand? A reputable brand.
What was the brand?
Why? Why is that important?
Because I asked. I might, your headphones.
London the Great. How do you London the Great? What's the name? What's the name? What's the Audio Technical? See,
technical. I mean, what was the name of the old?
The same. These are the same exact ones. I just had to buy another pair because at the car wash they swiped me. They stole my headphones.
The same kind.
The same kind. They just these bow out a little more, but these are the same exact headphones that I got. And actually, they went on a sale today. I got $10 off.
Yeah, they look cheaper.
This nigga. I mean, excuse me. What?
They ain't bad. They look cheap.
Anyway, Dame, this is what we got to deal with on the show, man. Big Marcus. This is what we do. So, man, appreciate y'all, man, for holding us down, man. Everybody download the Villa Koola Radio app right now on your phone, right now on your tablet, whatever you got, download it. Go to iTunes, Google Play, Amazon Play Store, whatever you got, download it. We are there. Get the globe on with the headphones going through your business. Big Marcus, Thunder Dame. Let's go, man. This is gonna be a good show. This is gonna be a great show, man. We got some hot topics. We got some hot segments coming up, man. Do or Die is gonna be on deck in just a moment. Last week we got a breezy to go into the Hall of Fame. So this week, shout out to who was that Hall of Fame? Mata B-Star. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Jada Baby 88, Jessica Genshill got some company now. So we got two new breezes on deck for the breezy segment. So man, I'm excited about that. I'm super geeked about that.
Thick.
Yes. I like that. Dallas. So we're gonna keep that. K-Files, man, it's gonna get weird in a minute. So we're gonna get into that in just a moment. So with all of that being said, gassed up, windows up, let's go. Man, this week, guys, we got some FBI information. We got some perps. We got some snitches.
Why they gotta be snitches?
Man, whenever you got the FBI involved, there was some snitches.
Informants.
Okay, you call them. Okay, I'm pretty sure most of us gonna call them snitches. But now, real talk, we a few weeks ago we got the FBI kind of came down on NCAA as far as some scandals that was going on with Oklahoma State and some other schools with some runners. But this week, man, this might blow the top off this thing, guys. This might blow the top off this thing. We had some schools like Texas, UNC, NC State, Michigan State, Arizona. The NCAA, the FBI have come down and have wiretaps on one coach. We're going to get into that. But the scandal is basically they are paying players to play. Nothing new, right?
Nothing new.
But the FBI got involved and then blew the lid off this thing. So before we go any further, I just want you guys to kind of chime in and let me know what y'all think about some of the news that came down. Because I got a lot of information, man. But before I really go, I want to see what y'all think about this.
I think, man, this is something that's been going on for years, as you alluded to earlier. And so really we're discovering something that isn't anything new. It's just a matter of who's been doing it. Now they finna get specific. Like they had the coach this morning that reported from Arizona,
Sean Miller.
And like we discussed earlier off air, B, is how do you, as a head coach, get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
Well,
doing something like this.
Here's my thing to that.
You should have runners. You should have boosters. Somebody. When you had a prominent program like Arizona, Duke, and all these other schools that they looking at, you should have somebody to handle that for you.
It's technology these days, though. You're not able to escape everything. I guess we kind of discussed with everything out there, and and you're messing with the federal government, so they can get anything they want. They can get the wiretaps, they can get the cell phone records. So you can't really hide, and that's the problem these days. But you are going to solve the problem, right?
Well, I was telling Thunder before we got going. Today we're gonna fix some stuff today.
Okay.
This is a fixer upper show, and I know the first thing people want to say, because I want to just talk about I'm gonna mention a few of the teams, some of the players. Alabama, like I say, Alabama, Duke, Kentucky, Michigan State, UNC, Texas. Some of the players are currently playing now. Colin Sexton from Bama, Wendell Carter from Duke. We have Kevin Knox at Kentucky, Miles Bridges, which was my preseason player of the year at Michigan State. Yeah, he got paid. Eric Davis Jr. at Texas. Well, these are a few of the players. Then you have some players that's in the NBA now that got paid. Our own Dennis Smith Jr. Was allegedly paid X amount of dollars. They said I'm one report I read $100,000 before he even got to NC State. So this thing is really going. But here's the thing, guys. Here's my thing for this. I know a lot of people want to say the players should get paid. You should pay the players. I've heard all types of talk about if you're in a revenue sport in college, you get paid. If you're non-revenue, listen. At the end of the day, the problem is not the colleges. It's not the university.
What's the problem then?
The problem starts well before the guys get to college, bro. Think about it. Dennis Smith Jr. was paid before he got to college.
But you would agree college is part of the problem.
Oh no. Well, in the diagram of the problem, yeah, the colleges fit in, but that's not. To any problem, there's a root. There's a root problem. See, you can't cut off a branch and tell the tree not to grow. If you want to stop that tree from growing, you got to get to the roots and kill the roots. The roots of this problem goes all the way down to AAU. It goes all the way down to little league sports, and that's where your problem is. See, you like I told you guys, you have publications that introduce the top third grader in the country. Who is a top third grader? So you mean to tell me at 8, 9 years old, you tell a kid how good he is. At some point when a kid get 15, 16 years old, you don't think the parents are saying, okay, how can I leverage this for my game? It's going to happen. So what happens is you have go-betweens. The colleges can't talk to the kid on certain times, so you're going to have a go-between, which is a runner. But, well, you interrupted me. I'm trying to explain to the riders how this thing works.
But I guess my question while you explaining this and trying to solve the problem and get to the root or whatever, trees and branches and shit.
You didn't like the tree?
Nah.
You like the tree? I like the tree.
Yeah, it was good, but too much over the top.
Over the top.
Even if they're not getting paid, and I see how good my son is at 12, 13, 14 years old, and I might not be taking no AAU money or anything like that. Right. You don't think I'm still thinking, how am I going to leverage my son to make some money off of it? I'm just, that was one of my questions to you.
That's what I'm saying, Thunder. I want you to chime in with this too. That's the point I'm making. Because sports have become such a conglomerate of making money that the focus of it has been totally stripped away. The focus of youth sports and sports in general is to build up character. It's to promote fair play. It's to promote all types of other stuff.
B.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen, I know this is what people say, but what people really want to do is make money. You
sound like a booklet.
I may sound like a booklet, but I'm just telling you what's happening. The problem is you have people saying one thing, but behind it they're doing something totally different. You have to find a way to rid those people that's in those positions. And how you do that is you have to have oversight. There's no oversight for AAU. There's no oversight for guys that are doing what they're doing. There's no oversight. Like for example, Thunder brought up Sean, the coach for Arizona. He got caught on the wiretap trying to lock in DeAndre Ayton, which DeAndre Ayton was one of my top freshmen. You remember that list?
Man, you have a list.
I have a list on there for every show.
Every show he got some list. I don't know what.
Okay, DeAndre Ayton was a top player. He locked in. Allegedly, he's supposed to have gotten paid $100,000.
He better get out quick. He better come out this
year.
He's
coming out. He's a top. He's coming out.
Yeah, he's projected number 2.
Yeah, he's coming out. However, you ask the question, well, who loses their job? Who loses? Listen, at the end of the day, if there's no oversight, if there's no real punishment, no real ramifications, this thing is going to keep going. The colleges, man, listen, they're going to get paid. They're going to do what they're going to do. But because at the grassroots this is happening, if something starts at the bottom that's tainted, it's not going to get better going up.
But how are you going to regulate that or have oversight, as you said, when you have major companies that have they hand and they foot into
the shoe companies?
You got Nike teams,
the shoe companies,
you got Adidas teams, etc., etc. There's no way to oversee, from my personal opinion, B. There's no way to oversee all of that. Those companies are entitled to do what they want with their money, and from a parent's perspective, how you gonna tell a parent not to leverage their child if they can to get paid when everyone else is getting paid off their child? College education isn't enough to equate to what them kids are.
I disagree.
I feel say that.
I disagree.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. In myself and Big Marcus. I know.
Don't put myself and Big Marcus.
No,
what the hell?
Myself and Big Marcus. We had a discussion last night about this.
Okay.
Where you lay, Mark?
I'm with you.
Good.
Listen, we had a discussion last night, and you say, well, the college education is not enough. Well, to go to a school like Texas yearly,
that's not enough.
Okay. Statistician, I want you to look this up to make sure I'm accurate.
Oh, yeah.
A public education in the state of Texas on a yearly basis is probably $40,000. But give me those exact numbers in a moment. $40,000. If I do the math, 40 times 4, I think it's $160,000.
And you think that's how my worth is? If I'm
I'm not saying that's what your worth is, but what I'm saying is,
I want to get paid for
what
what
I'm If you're an average student and you go to college for 4 years, that's going to be your debt at the University of Texas.
Okay.
Now, if you're on a college scholarship, you come out of the University of Texas with hopefully a degree, hopefully an advancement in life, and that $160,000, you have to look at that as a
life, huh?
But a degree from the University of Texas is going to get you to some doors.
Man, I know a lot of people ain't got no job with degrees.
I understand. That's a chance you take.
But I'm telling you this though. If I'm a top 10 pick and I done brought in millions of dollars to your thing, you think $160,000?
It may not, but
what you saying?
But what I'm saying is in
B, to expand on Mark's point, those kids ain't staying no 4 years. You talking about getting a degree? They staying 1 year. And they're bouncing.
And I'm making you millions of dollars in
that 1 year.
There's a pyramid to everything we do. The top gets the most. The bottom get the least. Statistician, I thought you raised your hand. In the pyramid, it's a reason why it goes up. So the higher you go, the top person gonna get paid the most. You can't have everybody at the top getting paid the most. So that's just what we're
going to be a far more even split. If you look at the NBA model, you got owners getting 55%, and statistician keep me.
Nah, I think it's 49.
So it's a 51-49.
Yeah,
but so that's not a pyramid.
Well, yes, it is, because you only have 32 owners and you have 493 players. So there is a pyramid.
But at least they getting paid, though.
Yeah, they are getting paid, but the owners are going to get paid the most. Listen. We have to understand what diagram we're working inside of.
Man, you sound boy.
I'm trying to. Okay, I tell you what. SP has already given us that hook.
We'll come back to it.
We're gonna definitely have to come back to it. So let's go ahead and shoot to a commercial. We're gonna come back. We're gonna finish this thing up, man, because Cal Be Easy got plenty more to say about it. So let's go ahead and take a break. It's The Real Game coming right back at you. Let's go.
This is The Real Game on VillaCoolaRadio.com.
Hey everyone, I've got a fashion insider for all my ladies who know the importance of accessorizing their attire. And even for my fellas out there balling on a budget but still want their woman looking lovely. Let's be real, even the costume gotta be cute and on point, right? Well, Paparazzi Accessories got you covered. With an assortment of durable, nickel and lead-free, aesthetically appealing to the eye, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and more. So go show Miss Lisa Turner some love and support. Check her out on Facebook at LTurner88, on Instagram at Lisa Turner, or hit up her website at paparazziaccessories.com.
What up, riders? This is your main man's Cal Be Easy.
And your boy, Big Marcus.
Man, we are hosts of the hottest, dopest sports show in the world. The Real Game, the game inside of the game.
Man, you can check us out live every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. on VillaCoolaRadio.com.
And you can also download our podcast 24/8 on VillaCoolaRadio.com and Google Play.
Man, we out this bitch.
Man, it's
Hey, what's good, Joe? It's your man, Cam King. Hey, be sure you tune in and vibe out to the sexiest hour on internet radio. That's the Fabric Extent, which airs every day from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, around baby making hour from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, and then you know what? Right after that, you can turn up with your man since I host the hippest playlist on the planet. That's the Hip Hop Timeline every day from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. All exclusively on the VillaCoolaRadio.com. For fans of music, let's go.
Radio.com. Tell your friends.
Hey, man, what it do, man? This your boys, Cal Beats and Big Marcus, man, in that big body Escalade in the 33 and a half. In the back seat. Yeah, back seat, Thunder Dame. You got to get in the back seat, buddy.
I think you mad because LB ain't agreeing with you.
No, but
you getting a little feisty. You know what I'm saying over here, man.
I'm not getting feisty.
I got to keep telling you, we finna come back. We finna come back.
I love you, but if you're wrong, B.
Hey, whatever. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this because, like I say, everybody have an opinion.
You know what I'm saying?
So during the break,
what did you find out
during the break? This is what we found out. Statistician, last but not least, found this for us. An out-of-state tuition at the University of Texas is merely $50,000. Now let's just say $50,000 is not bad money. You can make a living off $50,000. Now you might can't have the greatest of the greatest, but you can make a living making $50,000 a year. So if you're gonna pay a kid in education $50,000, I think that's pretty good.
And you getting 10.
I understand that, but again, on the job, the president makes the most. The low-line level workers make the least. That's just the way. Listen, I don't agree with it, but that's just the way it is.
But that's a corporate model, B. This isn't a corporate
everything
model.
is in. If you think about it, everything is in the corporate model. Everything is in the corporate model. The person with the most experience, in most cases, make the most money. He or she is at the top.
Nah, they ain't like that. Nah.
In the athletic model, the president, the AD, and the coach is gonna make more than the regular employee of the university.
You have far more younger players making more money than veterans if you're looking at a sports model. Now the top tier supervisor.
Okay.
You talking about pro? You talking about college?
Okay. Well, if you want to look at it that way, okay. If you want to look at players, they on the same tier. It's just that tier is. It's kind of like you have lower middle class, upper lower class. You still on the same tier. It's the same thing.
B.
What?
You talking just?
No, it's the same thing. See, when you talking about that, the players, yeah, you're gonna have a different in pay. But the players on the same tier. A player would never make more than the owner of the team.
At the end of the day, it is unfair for you to say that $200,000 is enough money for a top 10 athlete who's
for an amateur athlete. I think
bringing you probably $80 to $100 million in 1 year. You know what I'm saying?
So, then let me ask y'all this question. Because we're gonna get into some other stuff too. Because y'all really pissing me off.
Come on with it, man. Said you blowing my high.
What is an appropriate pay for a top 10 recruit? Now he's an amateur athlete, mind you. He's not a professional. He's an amateur athlete. He decided to go amateur. Now there's other avenues to go professional. You don't have to go the conventional route, but he decided to go the conventional way. So what is an appropriate pay for a top freshman? What is the appropriate pay? Since you have all the answers.
I mean, that's hard to say.
Come on now. You get no.
Just tiers. So you pay them out in tiers. Who the best players are, they get a certain amount. You get a criteria pay, and so forth and so on from there.
I have no problem with that because the Big Baller brand, and see, I didn't get to tell you this, Thunder. The Big Baller brand, that's my family.
Oh Lord.
It's your family.
Well, listen, LeVar is my surrogate daddy.
Right on.
He's my surrogate daddy. So with that being, Lonzo and the other two guys, they're my brothers. He has a model in place. We're not going to get into it, but he has a model in place.
He ain't got no model in place.
There's a model in place.
He ain't got no plan.
He has a plan to pay players that don't want to go to college. And based on who you are, you're going to make so much.
And that's how you do in college. You let the players market themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now we're talking.
Hey, man, I'm waiting for you, just to, stop talking this nonsense. Okay. But you let them market themselves. You know what I'm saying? So if this dude is worth, $1 million, you know what I'm saying? Whoever's willing to pay the $1 million, he get paid.
Now, I have no problem with that. If you give me something tangible to buy it on, I have no problem with that. But you can't shoot my theory down and then give me nothing in return.
I ain't shoot. I did shoot your shit down. But
you did shoot it down.
I gave you something in return.
Okay,
man.
And I had no problem with that, Dan, with what you're saying. Mm-hmm. But you got to give me something back tangible to understand. That's all. Listen, I have no problem.
No. So let's get back to this college shit, though. You know what I'm saying? You talk about the AAU and all that, man. How do you solve it on a college level, man? I'm not trying to do
You
this.
can't. You can't. Because again, what y'all just introduced is a model per se to say if you are this player, you should make this much. So you're still talking about paying. So I have no problem with college players getting paid. I have no problem with that. You just have to introduce something that makes sense. Now, if that makes sense for the masses, I'm cool with that. But to fix it, it's not fixable there because the problem is before the kids get to college. Again, Dennis Smith Jr. allegedly took money before he got to college. The problem is not the NCAA as far as what they're doing. The problem is with greedy parents. The problem is with these big-time shoe companies that have no oversight. No oversight,
I don't
and they can do what they want to do.
I don't understand your position when you say parents are being greedy.
Absolutely.
When, again, you have many people in mental
that.
organizations, schools, etc., making tons of money off their child.
Yeah.
I mean, just realistically, you want to get paid if somebody's making money off you.
I'm
just
gonna
at
get
your job,
paid.
you're going to contest your pay every week or every year.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
When you get your review or whatever the case may be. Put it on a bigger scale as a player, you want to be paid accordingly based upon the revenue that's coming in. So if a school is making $50 million a year, well, I want a percentage of that. I want my son to have a percentage of that, and we do what we want to do with it on top of the education because realistically, we're only here for a year.
Right. And let me backtrack. Let me say greedy parents. I shouldn't have said that because I have no problem if it's out there and if you want to give a parent $100,000, then your morality is your business. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna knock that because it's out there. And I know personal stories of kids around here. Mm-hmm. That parents have been moved in certain places for kids to get certain advantages versus. So I get that. Mm-hmm. So let me backtrack on the parents, but as far as and you mentioned oversight, and we're gonna get into Louisville thing in just a moment. Oversight, we're gonna get into Louisville in just a moment. But the oversight is you have the shoe companies, you have the go-betweens, you have agents. See, all these guys are working hand in hand. You cannot tell me you can have some type of federal oversight over a shoe company offering a AAU team.
Why you want to do it? Why you want to do it at the AAU level?
Because
man?
that's where your problem is before the kids get to college. The problem is when the kid is 8 years old and he's touted as the next Kevin Durant. How is a kid the next Kevin Durant? He's 8.
I think you're at the wrong level though, man.
Okay, so tell me where we need to go then.
Well, you need to start at the college level. Maybe work your way down. But start at the college level.
Start at the college level. Okay.
Work your way down, man.
I don't know how that would work.
I don't know. Now, one thing I will disagree with you, Mark, is I don't think you can start at the college level because colleges are going to continue to bring in money. But even, I'm kind of two-sided with this one because, Burtis, you say that, you want to start it at the grassroots or the AAU level. Colleges are going to continue to make that money coming in. So, from my position, I don't see a way to stop it. So I say if you're unable to stop it, then let's all eat.
And that's what's happening.
I mean, but
that's what's happening. Everybody is.
But then you know what I'm saying the thing
but make it legal.
That's the thing. If you're not gonna make it legal, you're gonna have to do something. You have to make some kind of change because now people are finna start going to jail because of this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you telling me it's fair or
let's wait and see for people to go to jail.
Man, people are going to jail,
okay,
man.
Let's see. I want to see.
You don't think people going to jail?
I didn't say
I'm
that.
asking you. You don't think people going to jail?
I don't know, Big Marcus. I don't know. I don't know. I hear people being accused. I hear people being this and that. I need to see somebody get actually sentenced to a federal time.
This is not the NCAA, man.
It's
this
the
is
FBI.
the motherfucking feds, man.
I understand that you law work, you're a lawyer. I get all that.
Yeah, man, they can do whatever they want to do, man.
Okay, then I need to see it. I'm from Missouri. Show me.
They showed you last night when they told you we got a wiretap.
Okay, then show me somebody being prosecuted going to jail. Then maybe Dame, they can probably start some work. Maybe they can start some fixing up.
I'm gonna tell you what's.
I'm gonna
tell you what's gonna happen, man. Somebody gonna get in that box, man, and they gonna start rolling over people, man.
Well, I need to see that.
And that's just like the dude who's the informant now. You know what I'm saying? The dude that's taping everybody or they listen to his conversations. You know what I'm saying? He done been sentenced already.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He just flipping people now. And other people going to start flipping. And it's going to be, I asked you last night, you know what I'm saying? Is this the start of a big change for college basketball? And you said no. And
let's be honest. I did say that until I saw the ticker roll across. When I saw that, because you had said something about that, and I was like, man, I don't want. Ain't I said what I said was Thunder. What I told him was, there's no coach that's gonna be stupid enough to get caught saying anything about money. Patino did.
Apparently.
But I was wrong because when that came across, I had to call him back and say, listen, bro, I don't want to talk to you long, but I was wrong. This guy is on tape saying, and when it's about money, talk to me. Sir, you just gave yourself a noose. Put your head in it and just let it hang. Let it hang. So
I guess my thing is, do you understand how much power the FBI has? You know, like I was telling you last night, man, they could be listening to our conversation right now. We don't know it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's up, man. They don't.
You think people are gonna pretty much react out of fear?
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna stop what they're doing based upon that fear of the FBI.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. This is going to start some regulations with college basketball. You know what I'm saying? Where, and I don't know, hey, you're going to have to pay somebody or figure out a way. But for people to start going to jail and getting indicted, some change is gonna happen. And that's all I'm saying. I don't know what change is gonna happen, but it's gonna be some major changes.
Okay. I just think ultimately they figure out a way to get around whatever changes those are. College, these aren't the first coaches that have been caught, and these aren't the last coaches. Now, maybe to this degree, as far as getting the FBI involved and radio taps and etc., but we've been seeing coaches getting caught for years, players getting caught for years, and they always find a loophole to get around it and work around the system essentially. So, long as there's tons of money coming into college basketball, I don't see how they change it. I think this will scare people to a degree. Maybe they slow down, but eventually it gets picked back up.
Probably so. But don't be surprised if some big name coaches end up getting caught up in all this.
Well, we already see by the list.
Oh, he's not big. I mean, you talking about the
Coach K, Avery Johnson, Roy
okay,
Williams,
okay,
Bill
yeah,
Self.
yeah.
So,
The people on the schools, yeah.
So we got to get out. We got to get out of it. But I will say this real quick: the players that has been identified in the pro that's currently in college now, they are still eligible to play. So in a few years, those wins that they participate in will be rejected. So so that's where we are with that. Anyway, Thunder, we at the part of the show, man, where SP takes over, man. Get us through that do or die. So let's go.
Do or die. Pick one.
You wanna ride in the backseat of a caddy, chop it up with do or die.
Okay, guys, today's do or die. Oh, by the way, Brother Dame, do or die is a rapid fire session. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Do or die, kind of yes or no, true or false type of deal. And I'm gonna ask you kind of elaborate on why you gave us your answer. Okay. Cal, be easy.
Making it look so sleazy.
Already. We're talking about high schoolers and the college thing. So let's start there. Easy one. Do or die. High schoolers should not have to go to college 1 year and instead should be allowed in the NBA after they graduate high school.
That should be a do. And if myself get there to go ahead and get this league started, they can go to the big baller league, play a year or two, get paid, and then going off to the NBA to get drafted.
Gotcha. Big Marcus, how you feel about it?
That's a die.
Okay.
You don't find too many LeBron James out there.
Okay. All right. Dan, how you feel about it?
Die. It's hurting the product of the league.
Okay. All right. So, Dane, well, we'll stick with you. Do or die. As you guys were talking about, perhaps the comprehensive system put in place for this college thing to kind of be remedied is for the parents and the students when they're young to be taught on the business and get a agent and handle the business themselves.
Do.
Okay. Why you feel like that?
I believe the colleges are going to continue to eat. So if they're going to eat, let's all eat.
I don't even know what the question is.
Yeah, I'm surprised he understood the question. I didn't even know
I'm like, what's the question?
I got you, New.
A scholar. That's why you the pimp. That's why you the pimp.
I was taught
He
well.
lost me at
Why you're
comprehensive.
the pimp.
When he said comprehensive, I said God.
I'm like, man.
Hey,
Pimp,
truth be
bro.
told, Cal B told me don't come over here talking all professional and proper, so I got what you was talking about.
Oh, see, that's pimp talk. Pimps
Okay,
understand the pimp lingo. So, Big Marcus, I'll give it to you again.
Don't pay attention.
Dumb it down, sir.
Nah, don't dumb it down.
Dumb it down for me. Dumb it down for me.
Come
The
on. I'm
comprehensive
listening.
system that should be put in place to remedy the college players being paid and whatnot should be that the parents and the student get schooled on the business before they get into college and get an agent and all of that stuff.
That's a die. I'm pretty sure they're schooled already. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay. All right. We'll take that. Calby.
Can you dumb down the question?
So we're trying to come up with a comprehensive system to remedy the problem of the college players being paid. Okay. So perhaps that system should be that the college student, or excuse me, the high school student, before he reaches college, his parents should be schooled on the business, get an agent, and they should therefore handle all of that themselves right from the jump.
There is something in place to educate incoming freshmen and parents.
Okay.
However, the money trumps all. So yeah, there is a system in place. Yeah.
I agree. Okay, real quick, do or die, Cal, be easy. The old school classic Blue Chips was
movie.
better than the old school classic White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, Blue Chips. No, White Man Can't Jump. White Man Can't Jump, so to be a die. White Man Can't Jump is probably the greatest, one of the best sports movies ever.
Okay. Big Marcus, how you feel about it?
I'm gonna say die, but I'm not gonna go as far as Burgess.
Okay. All right. Dang. Blue Chips over White Men Can't Jump.
Die.
Okay.
White Men Can't Jump was just more entertaining.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Moving on. Little prelude to or segue to the Louisville Patino situation. Do or die, Cal, be easy. The NCAA is making too much of the prostitution thing here.
Whoa, no, die. It's prostitution, SP. You can't make too much of a prostitution thing.
Why you can't?
It's
why you
college.
can't? Come
They're
on.
adults.
Come
I
on.
mean, they're kids, but they're adults. They're consenting adults.
What was the question?
Is the NCAA going too far as their punishment?
That is a do.
Oh, see, you should have said that. That's
okay, let me clarify.
You go. Okay, can I have my turn? Over?
Nah, your turn gone,
as far as
man.
their punishment.
It's rapid fire. It's rapid fire, man. Shit.
As far as the disciplinary actions are concerned, is the NCAA going too far on handling the prostitution scandal?
They going too far.
All right. Big Marcus.
You sure that's your answer?
Yes.
Big Marcus.
That's a do, man.
Okay.
Nah, I ain't gonna say what I'm finna say. Yeah, it's a do.
That's a dude.
Your mama's watching. Okay.
How you feel about it, Dan?
Man, they're consenting adults.
Right.
You know,
Right.
They doing what they want to do to have fun.
I
Man.
totally agree.
And if the women are consenting,
I totally
hands
agree.
off.
Last one before we get out of here. Let's talk a little music. Dane, Cardi B over Nicki Minaj.
Man, Cardi B. She just hot right now, I guess.
Okay. All right. Big Marcus, how you feel? Cardi B over Nicki Minaj?
Nah, that's a die, Nikki.
Okay. All right. Gotta be easy.
I'm gonna go with the dude Cardi.
Cardi. All right. That should do it all for the week, guys.
Do or die. Pick one.
You wanna ride in the backseat of a caddy.
What's up next, man?
Man, we about to get into Villa Koola's own, man. Our own artist, Kobe Savage, man. Black History, his video. So we're gonna get into that and come back into some more hot topics. Don't touch that down. Let's go, man. Real game. Let's get it.
This is The Real Game on VillaKoolaRadio.com.
The race is not given to the swift, but to those that endure to the end. Let's go. travel with me as I journey through these back roads. It's February, we pose a love all our black folk. But yesterday I heard some young brothers got smoked. Murdered on Malcolm X next to the liquor store. That's black history for you. We hate our own selves. We hate our own skin color. Then what you call hell. This what you call self-destruction in its worst form. My sister mourning my nephew. They took her firstborn. That's why I'm ready for anybody. You black, orange, white, yellow, brown. We got text form. Trust nobody but your maker. That's my best advice. Twitter fingers will get you murdered. Watch the things you type. This new world order got our daughters working for attention. Got our sons acting sweet, always with the women. The devil causing confusion, so we led astray. I pray for people bamboozled by all the games he played. The spirit, a Nat Turner burning in me. I'm learning loyalty's rare, so it's hard to trust many. If any, I pop the top off the Henny, put the cushion inside the car, then blow it like a semi. Oh, you don't believe that God's with me cause of the sins that I'm committing. Listen, sinner, this was written. If I ask, I'm forgiven. This is dinner in the kitchen. This is me against the world, bro. I'm built to go the distance, huh?
And when I say thug life, I mean that shit. Cause these white folks see us as thugs. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care if you think you a lawyer, if you a man, if you an African American, if you whatever the fuck you think you are. We thugs and niggas to these motherfuckers. You know? And until we own some shit, I'ma call it for like it is. How you gonna be a man and we starving? Go ahead, you know? And we looking up by 5 different houses, ain't a man in either one of them.
Innocent bystanders and randoms, murder and mayhem. I'm buying guns in Moama while I blow out your candles. Stand for something, at least die for what you stand for. Life's a gamble, roll a dice under the city lights. Cops killing us, it's feeling like civil rights. I'm down to fight, although I'm hoping for peace. It's more niggas than police, but you too concerned with your Facebook beef to see that together we stand, divided we fall. You not a gangster at all. I'm appalled by that message that you sending, killing God's children. I talk about it cause I live it, and I ain't talking past tense. La Familia is deeper than this rap shit. Penitentiary bastards. System took his father, sister like his daughter, cause his mama caught her trying to turn a nickel to a quarter or dollar to 5. Only the strong survive, the weak shall perish. Family God and time the only.
VillaCooleraRadio.com. Tell your friends.
What up, man? These your boys, Cabbies and Big Marcus, man. Big Thunder down in the back seat, rolling in that big body Escalade on them 33 and a half, man. We pushing down 20.
I got a shout out after you finish.
You got a shout out. I got a shout out too.
Oh.
I want to shout out to everybody that's listening, man. Shout out to Keller Logistics, man. Like I said, y'all was enjoy the day. Shout out to everybody, man. Like I said, on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Let's get it. What you got?
Shout out a lot. Shout out to Dana, Lisa, and Anita, and all the other beautiful ladies at
Why you shouting out to the people I work with? This guy, man. What's wrong with this guy?
Shout out to everybody at Core America Bank, man. Man, they're such beautiful women, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, come on.
You know what I'm
Mr.
saying?
Savage, Kobe, what's happening, man?
Kobe Savage, man, tuning in, man. That's our guy, man. We just
Don't be all possessive.
And then my co-workers, bro. I said my co-workers. Let's go ahead and, you know, we Dame alluded to it earlier, man. We're going to get into this Louisville thing, man. We're going to get into what's going on with Louisville. As far as not Patino losing the job, we talked about that already. This week, they went ahead and stripped the National Championship 2013. And the question is, does anybody care? Does anybody care that the NCAA, to me, it seems like this is the only punishment they can do. They can just take away wins, take away championships. But at the end of the day, the eyes don't lie. The book may say Louisville don't have a championship, but everybody know Louisville won the national championship 2013. So does it really matter that they took it away from them?
To the fans, it don't matter. I mean,
Right.
We know who won the championship that year. We knew who was the best team that year. Now, but the school, Certainly carries. That's a lot of money they done lost. I remember an instance when Michigan got stripped from their championships, or not the championships, but all of their wins and tournament wins when after the Fab Five incidents. Yeah. And I went down to Michigan, man. There's no banners, there's nothing in sight. Remnants of that time.
So the Fab Five don't even exist in Ann Arbor.
Didn't even exist in Ann Arbor. And it's going to be probably the same way in Kentucky, in Louisville. Once they start stripping all those banners down and all those wins and trophies and etc., it's going to be like a ghost town. It's like that team never existed. And that's going to be the bad thing when those people try and go back.
I didn't get it from that, but because Big Marcus asked me that question last night, and I was saying who would care. But when you look at it that way, the banners that were there, they're no longer there. Even though in your mind they exist, but to not see it is something else. So I didn't see it from that angle.
And on that note, Cal, be easy. I was watching the piece and they were talking about it, and just the very thing that you guys are talking about. And the commentator said that it would affect directly those who played and are alumni of the school and who cannot now go back to the school and show their daughter, their son, hey, look. Yeah. Up in the Raptors, that was my team. Yeah. That's.
But they still got a ring, though. I mean, they still have some.
I mean, they have some.
Not at the university, though. Yeah, like Danny was just saying.
Yeah. When they go to that campus, I mean, there's not going to be any reference of that championship or that stellar season.
And I guess that would have to hurt.
That's tough, man. Yeah, when you earn that, that's tough.
Okay, let me ask you this, Thunder. Let me ask you, and good point, SP. Appreciate you for chiming in too, sir. And Big Marcus asked this question to me, and I'm gonna throw it to you. And Big Marcus asked me the question. I'm gonna ask him back as well. Who should be punished? Should it be the school? Should it be the coach? Should it be the AD? Why are the players again suffering for what adults do?
Yeah.
Why is that happening? Why don't the championship remain and you just punish the coach who's in charge, punish the president of the university, punish the people who was over the whatever? But why punish the players? Why?
I think you punish everyone at the school, excluding the players. Like you said, when adults do dirt, the kids are left holding the bag. Now, how do you resolve that? I think you punish the school, you take money, you take scholarships, et cetera, et cetera. You fire those coaches. You don't allow them to coach on the D1 or any NCAA team for that matter for said number of years. You allow those students to transfer wherever they want immediately. Immediately. And you reduce those scholarships to, I don't know how many they're getting now, but you cut it half, just to speak from a high level. You cut half of those scholarships. Then you start impacting those schools. Then you start hitting them in the bottom line. And that's the only way you make change.
I agree. I agree.
That sounds like SMU.
Well, no, that's not quite because SMU suffered the death penalty. That's not a death penalty.
It's close.
But in a sense it is.
Well, no, the death penalty.
Goddamn.
At least you still have a program.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, you still have a program. And with that being said, I like the fact that you affect because at the end of the day, if you affect people's bottom line, which is the dollar, then you will probably have some change. Now, change is change, whether it's minor or major, as long as there's some type of change. But you have to affect something. But it's always the kids left losing. The adults move on to another job, make the same six-figure salary over here. But it's the kid that played, that put the sweat equity into it, do not have the fruits from their labor. That's the travesty in this whole process.
I mean, that's just the way it is, though, man.
That's not right, Big Marcus.
But you got to do something. You can't let it go unanswered.
Don't affect the kids, man.
But when the kids aren't essentially the culprits, and oftentimes, or those kids that had nothing to do with the situation. So you look at Arizona's situation. You had that top player taking that money. But there may have been, out of a roster of 15 kids, you probably have 10 of those kids that had nothing to do with that. Right. They didn't take a dime.
Right.
You had walk-ons that didn't take anything, and they earned their way on their team, and they still have to bear the blunt of that blame and reap those that benefit, so to speak.
So I guess my thing is, how do you fix?
Well, I like what Thunder said. I like what he said. You affect the university. Maybe affect some scholarships. Maybe then you remove certain individuals that were in positions of oversight. People who were supposed to know. And it's 2018. I don't want to hear it. We're gonna get into Mark Cuban in just a minute. I don't want to hear I didn't know. You can't run a program and not know. I don't want to hear that. That's an excuse. Excuses are tools of incompetence. People who use them seldom accomplish anything.
Here we go.
They are used to be a mounds of nothingness.
Thought of the week is at the end of
I just felt
at the end of the program, bro. Okay. So what do you do to the player that so say somebody took money, maybe from a coach. It happened. You found out after they won the championship game. How do you punish the player?
Well, again, there are already set rules in place for players who knowingly do wrong, who knowingly accept money when they should. Because you are told as an incoming freshman, as an athlete, don't you take a pack of ketchup from nobody.
I'm talking about at the end of the.
Well, then you have to.
I done moved on to the NBA.
The rules are in place. Whatever participation that player was in, because it's a team sport, they are ineligible. From that point, they took whatever that was factual. Then you vacate wins. I have no problem with that because there's a team sport. Sometimes teams suffer. I'm talking about, and I think Thunder's talking about it as well. He can speak for himself. We're talking about the adults. Now, when a player takes something when he's not supposed to, then it does affect everyone else. That rule is in place. I agree with that. But when the adults do things that affect the kids, then the kids
like what
suffer.
Though? Like what?
When you bring strippers to the apartment. Okay, you bring, and I know everybody said they're adults.
Yeah, they
got
choices.
Illegal.
They got choices.
It's
though.
illegal. It's illegal. Listen,
man.
whether you say it's right, it's illegal. It's illegal. It's illegal. Listen, I have no problem with strippers come to the. I have no problem with it. But if it's in the handbook, you cannot use strippers to entice recruits. It's illegal.
Okay, that's on them. That's on them.
Okay, that's on the.
But don't get mad. Don't get mad because they accepted it, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the choice they made. Just like with the money, you give them $100,000. You know what I'm saying? $100,000 to the players. Somebody taking that $100,000, man.
I understand.
So what are you doing to the parents and all? You want to go to the roots of the problem, man?
The parents don't get in trouble.
Nobody. The parents can't get in trouble.
No, the parents can't get in trouble.
But y'all want to do everything to everybody else.
Well, I think punishing that child or that athlete.
Somebody needs to
punishing that parent because they're not gonna get any more money for one thing, and for two, you posed the question, how do we address the athlete after he's left? Well, I mean, kind of how Michigan did. You take all of those accolades that player gained at that school, you strip them down. Yeah. If you want to go that route. If you feel like that, they need. Personally, I feel like, you made it, you got off scot-free, keep it moving. But if you feel like you do have to punish that athlete, then I think that's kind of how you handle it.
The easiest way for the NCAA to punish people is to vacate games and to take scholarships. I mean, that's basically the only thing they can do. So,
But Mark, why do you have to punish those players that had nothing to do with the situation? Cal B, you brought up
because they can't punish nobody else. They can't punish any players that don't move on. Like
you
this.
Punish the school and you let them kids leave.
You allow the kid to leave.
You let them.
If you're gonna punish the school,
under the pretenses they have in place now, if they leave, they got to sit out a year or whatever.
Hey, man, yeah, man.
No, you let them leave immediately.
Well, that's gonna be an ongoing thing because like I say, this FBI probe is ongoing. It's the tip of the iceberg, so people up under it's gonna melt. There's gonna be some problems, but we're gonna transition. We're gonna go into commercial break, then we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna transition from prostitution to harassment. Harassment. So let's go ahead and do a commercial break. Let's get into some of that in just a moment. We're gonna holler at you on the other side. It is the Real Game.
All right. You're gonna learn today.
This is The Real Game on VillaCoolaradio.com.
Hey everyone, I've got a fashion insider for all my ladies who know the importance of accessorizing their attire. And even for my fellas out there balling on a budget but still want their woman looking lovely. Let's be real, even the costume gotta be cute and on point, right? Well, Paparazzi Accessories got you covered. With an assortment of durable, nickel and lead-free, aesthetically appealing to the eye, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and more. So go show Miss Lisa Turner some love and support. Check her out on Facebook at lturner88, on Instagram at Lisa Turner, or hit up her website at paparazziaccessories.com.
What up, riders? This is your main man's Cal Be Easy.
And your boy, Big Marcus.
Man, we are hosts of the hottest, dopest sports show in the world. The Real Game, the game inside of the game.
Man, you can check us out live every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. on VillaCoolaRadio.com.
And you can also download our podcast 24/8 on VillaCoolaRadio.com and Google Play.
Man, we out this bitch.
Man, it's love some.
Hey, what's good, Joe? It's your man, Cam King. Hey, be sure you tune in and vibe out to the sexiest hour on internet radio. That's the Fabric Extent, which airs every day from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, around baby making hour from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, and then you know what? Right after that, you can turn up with your man, since I host the hippest playlist on the planet. That's the Hip Hop Timeline, every day from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. All exclusively on the VillaCoolaRadio.com. For fans of music, let's go.
Man, what it do? James, appreciate you for chiming in, man. ASP letting us know, man. You come through with the comments, and we're going to get to in just a moment, man. We're going to get going. This is the Real Game, by the way, man. Villa Koola, man. We doing this thing real big, real official, man. Guest on the show today, Thunder Dame, man. It's my line brother, man. My line brother. We went on spring night. You remember the time you went over? You remember what time it was? What time?
March 5th. No, it was March 7th,
March
5/28/09.
Okay,
when I went over.
Yeah, I'm March 7th, 5/24/33. So you don't forget those things, brother. You don't forget those things.
All right.
Remember where we went over? You remember where we were?
Funeral home.
Man, we went on a funeral home, man. SP took us to a funeral home, and our eyes was we was bandaged up. We had wraps over our eyes, and they put us in this room. We went through the process and did this. They put us into this room. We was all neck and shoulder to shoulder. They took our blindfolds off. And there's nothing but dead bodies and caskets in front of us. Now, like, what
Shout out to 85 Blood
you know what I'm
Thirsty.
saying? What's going on, man?
What
87.
the fuck?
Come on, man. We in a dark room with bodies in caskets. Well, we was freaked out, man. But it's all good, man.
I will say this: it wasn't my idea. Okay, it was suggested, and I was
well,
like,
you could have
shout out to the 10 Kings.
You could have shot it down.
yeah,
So you went
10 Kings. Shout out to the 10 Kings.
Could have shot it down. So
14 chapters, what it do?
yeah. So 14 chapters. That's right. So let's go ahead, man. We talk prostitution. Now we finna talk harassment. I know people are saying, but that's backwards. Well, that's the way the show is going. It's the Real Game. We do what we want to do. The Mavericks, man, my team. I bleed green. I definitely bleed green. The Dallas Mavericks. This week, it came down that former president Tadama Ursary, he was doing his thing. He was doing the thug thizzle over at the business offices, man. Women was terrified of this guy. He said what he wanted to say. He did what he wanted to do. He was up for 18 years. So he was entrenched in what was going on in the now you notice I said the business offices because Mark Cuban took care of the basketball. You all right?
Yeah, man. I don't want to break my pen.
Okay. Mark Cuban took care of the basketball side. Ursary, which at one point he was even talked about as being a commissioner of the NBA. So this guy was highly thought of. However, he was harassing. He was doing everything.
Couldn't stay away from him.
So what do y'all think about? And we're gonna get into some stuff, man. I'm gonna break some stuff down in just a moment. But this hurts me. This hurts me. But matter of fact, before we even talk to y'all guys, let's talk to somebody that's more important. Let's talk to him. Let's get him in first.
Yeah, it's tough. It's very disappointing. It's heartbreaking. I'm glad it's all coming out. I was disgusted when I read the article. Obviously, as everybody was. I was shocked about some of the stuff, and so just really disappointed that our franchise, that my franchise, that stuff like that was going on. And it's just very sad and disappointing. But I think Mark is trying to step up and lead this franchise in the right direction, and that is hiring investigators, finding out all the little details that we have to know as a franchise, what really was going on. And so I think Mark is gonna step up here and find answers, and we, as a franchise, obviously, and we feel bad for the victims and for what happened to some of these ladies. That is, like I said, truly disgusting, and our thoughts and prayers are definitely with some of these victims.
Let me say this. Hold on. No, let me say this. Let me say this real quick. Because listen. Let me say this. Let me say this before we get into it. Let me say this, Big Marcus. Now, I'm traditional. I do the clips. Now, in the past, I've always fussed at y'all about doing these long clips. Don't listen. That clip was only 1 minute and 27 seconds.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. Listen, Dirk Nowitzki talked extremely slow.
I was gonna tell you, you should let me talk first. Shit, God damn, he put everybody to sleep. I stopped listening halfway through the shit.
Listen, Dirk, the clip. When I saw the clip, I was like, 1 minute 27. That's not, because normally I try to do 30, 40-second clips. And listen, but Dirk talks slow, and I'm sitting there like, damn, Dirk, hurry up. But listen,
we go. I got a clip that's about 1:30. We gonna test it. So
okay.
But I guess my question to y'all is, did Mark Cuban know?
I think he had to know to some degree. Yeah. To some degree, he had to know. I mean, it's a contradiction now. Obviously, I don't know Mark Cuban personally, but you hear people that have met him, that have interviewed him, that are around him, say he's a micromanager. He has his hands in everything. He knows everything that's going on with his businesses. So how do you not know something to this degree is happening? If it's common knowledge amongst everyone, groups in and out of the Mavericks, how does the owner not know? When you're so close to the people that work there are able to touch you. They're able to reach out to you, talk to you. Now, maybe they can't call you or whatever the case may be, but my point is that you're around. You're visible. You're seen. So, to some degree, you had to have known what was going on there. Maybe you didn't know that this guy had been, talking to people about gangbangs and so forth. But you definitely knew that he was saying inappropriate things at the job place. And that's unacceptable. And if you knew that, and women were feeling this way, you had to step in, and you knew about Earl Case and Eve, so how you didn't know about this?
And he was just fried Tuesday, so. But
Earl, that's very disappointing, man. He was a noob too, bro.
Yeah, he was just fried Tuesday. You know Earl?
I don't know him personally, but I know he's a noob.
Oh, okay. I echo what he said. I echo what Thunder said. You asked me that last night, and I echo that. To what degree did he know? I don't know, but I just cannot believe a guy that is a billionaire. You don't become a billionaire by being haphazard. You don't become a billionaire by being accidental, falling into money. You know what's going on. Now, the guy who was over HR, Buddy Pittman, you cannot tell me at no point 18 years of Taderma Ursary being the president, the CEO of the business side of the Dallas Mavericks organization. In matter of fact, I couldn't think of the name, but the business side, he ran it under the subsidiary of Dallas Basketball Unlimited. That's what it was. And you cannot tell me you never checked in and just say, hey, how's everything going? We got any, not saying do we got any sexual allegations, but what's going on? You can't not tell me
you can't
don't run
see
your
it though.
business that way.
I mean, you can't see it though.
No,
you can't see the head of HR. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put out fires without telling the CEO.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I can see that, but you mean to tell me like I'm in this that I have up.
Plus,
right,
we're not talking about a regular employee. We talking about the motherfucking CEO.
He is the man. Ursary was the man up under Q. He was the man. But what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying.
You know what's going on.
You got listen. The women in the business office was terrified. You listen. You cannot tell me you can walk into a job and don't feel so. Cuban, you're not that happy every day.
I'm gonna talk to the people at Cool America.
Come on, man.
See if they know what Cal did.
Yeah. They might be terrified, man.
I do what I do and I go home when it's over. So
Nah, man, but I can see Mark Cuban not knowing.
man, how you gonna keep people my government job? My name? Come on, man.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry, man. My apologies.
He don't mean that guy.
He don't work at
Shut up, man. Let's go, man.
So now, me personally, I can see Mark Cuban not knowing. My man.
Not knowing anything, not having an inkling of an idea.
Not having it. You know, people don't really talk sexual. I mean, unless you just cool with that person, you know what I'm saying? And you are talking about an owner. And you're talking about going over a CEO's head to get to the owner. You know what I'm saying? And bypassing it with HR. I'm pretty sure HR cooler with the CEO that he is with Mark Cuban. You know what I'm saying? Because they work on a daily basis together. You know what I'm saying? And you going over both their heads to get to this dude? I don't know.
I just think, again, as close as he, as tight as a grip as he keeps on the Mavericks, we see him at every game. He's always visible. He doesn't appear to be a hands-off owner. He appears to be hands-on. So it's hard for me to understand how you didn't.
Let me add this because you mentioned Eric K. Sneed. Eric K. Sneed had an incident in 2011. Okay, he became a Mavs.com beat writer in 2010. He had an incident in 11. Had another incident in 14. He was brought back both times. He was just recently fired Tuesday. Both instances were domestic disturbing cases where he beat up on an old lady. Now here's the thing: you mean to tell me Mark Cuban knew about Eric K. Sneed, but didn't know about Taderma Ursary? I don't buy it.
Yeah, it's a good point.
And listen, I bleed green. I bleed green. I love the Dallas Mavericks, but just to answer the question, he had to know something. Now, again, to what degree? I don't know, but he had to know something.
I'm just asking a question. You know what I'm saying? I can see Mark Cuban getting away with the fact that he's saying that he didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
2018, I ain't buying it. Everybody know what we talking about right now. They listen. They chime. They especially with the K files coming up shortly. They know what's going on. You mean to tell me you run $1 billion company and you don't know that this guy is terrorizing women in the business office? I ain't buying it. But we got to take us a break. What's coming up, man? We got a break,
man. Yeah, man.
I'm not in the right mode right now, but I'm getting to the breezes.
Maybe it's the headphones. Cheap ass headphones you got.
Man, why you keep talking about my headphones? It's the same ones from last time, bro.
Them ain't the same.
Yeah, they are. Man, how you gonna?
Your headphones was as big as mine.
Dog, these are the same ones, man. Get off my dude. Just leave my headphones alone, bro.
Okay.
But when I took them out the box, I was like, they ain't the same.
Yeah, they ain't the same. They got you.
Everybody's just getting cowboys.
Yeah,
and I win in the end. But it is that time of the show, man, where we get to highlight beautiful women. We get to talk about what they're doing, what they're working with. So let's get to it. Cowboys.
Who is the hottest bitch in the game? Cal B. Easy's Breezes.
I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem.
Hey, man, what it do, man? This your boy, Cal B. Easy, man. We rolling that thing, man. We have come to the part of the show, man, where we just get to talk beautiful ladies, highlight what they're doing and what they're working with, man. This is your boy. Let's go. This is a new one. These are two new ladies because last week, like I say, Model B Star, which is our latest addition into the Cal B. Easy Breezes Hall of Fame. So we have two new ladies, so let's go. The first one, you know what? I've been looking at her name. I just like, what is her name? SP, what it do? SP. Entice Me Daddy. That's her name. Entice Me Daddy.
You just figured that out?
I was looking at it. I was like, I'm looking at but it's Entice Me Daddy. I got you. Entice Me Daddy. She called herself the Ninth Wonder. Let's see about that. Entice Me Daddy. She is working with something. Like I say, she is. She's thick. She's thick. She's up top. She's working with. Man, these look like. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with the breast cup. I'm gonna go 32.
Man, you being out descriptive like that.
I'm gonna be 32 double D's right here, buddy. 32 double D. I don't know, ladies. Do we have any ladies listening? Let me know. Help y'all be easy out, huh?
I said, there go that tongue.
Yeah. Her tongue. I don't know what she does with the tongue, but it's Put it this way, she can reach it up under her chin. She can reach it up under her chin. Ain't that something? Entice me, daddy. I guess she's a stripper. I don't know. Is she? I can't really say. But she wears stripper clothes. I don't know. Lord. I don't know. Because I like to do a nice... See, Thunder, I like to do a nice introduction. But I couldn't do it because I wasn't quite sure. But y'all go check Entice Me Daddy out. Entice Me Daddy, one word. Entice, ENTYCEMEDA double D triple I. Check her album, Entice Me Daddy. Now, her challenge, I like her challenge as well. Hey, that's Reagan. Hey, Reagan, what's going on? Hey, that's Reagan. And like I say, both of these ladies are from the D, man. Triple D, Dallas, Texas, man. We did this thing hot and heavy. Man, she's thick with it. She's definitely thick with it. She don't play. Don't play. Man, somebody hit me out right here. They breasts keep jumping out at me. I said 32 double D's. Huh?
She definitely holding up top.
Yeah, she's blessed up front. I don't know if that's all right. No, she's got pretty hair. I like her hair.
There you go.
I like her hair. She's a pretty girl, though. She's thick. Like I say, both of these ladies are thick, man. Big breasts, nice butt. I will say Entice Me Daddy has a snatched waist. I think that's what the ladies call it, snatched waist. Y'all like that, don't you?
Explain.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
I was just going to say, what the hell is that?
The snatched waist. I've heard the snatched waist. A small waist. It's a small waist. I don't know why they call it snatched, but I guess if you snatch something, it makes it small.
I feel like you did earlier, man. He could have just said small waist.
Hey,
yes. I like snatched. I like snatched.
He over the top when he get on camera, man. He is over the top.
Hey, man, y'all can check Hey, That's Reagan out, man. They both in the city, like I say, man. Beautiful ladies. Hey, That's Reagan. H-E-Y. That's Reagan. R-H-E-G-A-N. One word, man. Check them out. So, Thunder, what we like to do, man, we like to vote on the ladies. Who you like, one versus the other. In my eyes, both ladies are winners because they made it to the show.
They can't both be winners.
But they both are winners.
They can't both
be one champion.
There's only one.
Yeah,
ain't no second place, baby.
As far as I'm concerned, in my world, they're both winners. However,
participation trophies. No participation.
Everybody get participation trophies in my world.
Oh, Lord.
Everybody get participation. So, with that being said, Thunder, I'm gonna give you the first vote. And what we like to vote, we just like to vote to see who is today's winner. So, with that being said, Thunder, who do you like?
Hey, that's Reagan. You get my vote, sister.
Hey, that's Reagan.
Man.
All right,
Straight up.
He was firm and he was quick.
He knew.
So he knew right then who wins. Right there. Hey, that's Reagan. Super producer SP. Let's go.
Which one is the tongue?
Entice
Me Daddy.
I'm going with the tongue.
That's my boy right there. That's my man.
Hold on. What you call it? The tongue?
The tongue.
The tongue. Okay.
Yeah, that's why me and him. Wait,
Okay,
hey, man. Hey. You ready for,
She even got a green dye or something.
Nah,
What's
she
the
had
green
some
stuff?
candy.
That's what I'm saying.
And it turned to a tongue. Ooh.
Okay.
Who you going next?
London the Great. I want to hear London the Great. Entice Me Daddy. So we got two Entice Me Daddies. We got Hey, That's Reagan. I think I know where you're going. So let's go.
I'm going with the tongue, man. That's the only picture I see.
Entice Me Daddy. Listen, like I say, two beautiful ladies. However, there was a winner today.
She got that hook tongue.
Congratulations. You are the winner today. Hey, that's Reagan. Guess what? You showed up and you definitely showed out. However, because you didn't win, you do receive a pardon gift. SP?
Bye, bye. I don't need you in my life. Bye, bye. Can we talk about it? Hell no.
That's all right, Reagan.
Ain't no room for second place, baby.
You either first or you last.
I appreciate your service.
Hey, Entice Me Daddy, you did win today. We will see you next week. And so for that, you do get a gift as well.
Hi, Miss Parker.
Hey.
Entice Me Daddy, good job. First week, this is your win. Next week, we'll have one on deck to challenge you to see how far you can go in this thing. So, again, congratulations to both ladies. Entice Me Daddy, we'll holler at you next week. Let's go.
Who is the hottest bitch in the game? Cal B. Easy's Breezes.
I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem.
All right, guys, well, let's go ahead and get into a video. Now, this is SP's video, right? You produced this video, right, SP?
Yes, sir. Sure
so I'm going to go ahead and let you bring it in.
Okay, we got some young, fresh talent out of Louisiana. He resides here in the city now. Goes by the name of Vicious, and this is his first video. This is also my first official video that I did. It's nothing major, Dame, just something we decided to do on the spur of the moment. So, but we did put a little care in to make sure that it came out correctly. So. Here we go. Ride Down by Vicious.
This is The Real Game on VillaCoolaRadio.com.
That's right, nigga. You gotta get your papers in this motherfucker. I ain't mad at you at all. Hey, yo, what the fuck you wanna be when you grow up, rah-rah?
Nigga, if you stupid, I wanna be a motherfucking outlaw.
That's right, nigga.
I wanna be a motherfucking outlaw.
That's right, nigga.
Now I'ma set the record straight, and I don't mean to be rude. I'm just gonna tell it like it is, so nigga take it how you want it. I was raised on the corner, yeah, in Project Living, distributing narcotics just to buy new tenants, cause we ain't have nothing. We all come from broken homes. This ain't no Beverly Hills. Niggas get killed on the regular. So trust me when I tell you, these young niggas is predators. Yeah, ride for shit and die for it. It's a cycle. We wasn't raised this way. We were brainwashed to the fact that if you didn't hustle, you wasn't gonna have shit. Niggas in and out of jail at a young age and get out, come back to the block just like a slave. Fist fight, turn to gunfire. Look, we living in Vietnam, just in the whole 6 block of criminal. At any given time, we run in circles, so watch your back at all times. Cause somebody might hurt you when I ride down. Everybody lay it down, put your hands on the ground. Niggas surrender to the ride. Y'all been stuck in the street, drive with them waiting out lyrics. When they creep us about to show you how to handle your business. Give me your money and your dues, and niggas get off the block. Talking about your business, give me your money and your dues. When I ride down, everybody lay it down. Put your hands on the ground, niggas surrender to the road. Y'all been up and down, ride with them whacked out lyrics. Tonight, creep us about to show you how to handle your business. Give me your money and your dues, and niggas get off the block. Talking about your business, give me your money and sell it down. It's like a train wreck, a straight head-on collision, and everybody on the mission for the next big thing. And your friends can turn the enemies in the blink of an eye. So thanks, wise, and be careful with this sitting to the wrong choice across your quick. And you think niggas squeezing on blank. You walk off with a smile. Niggas trying to know enough for retaliation. Wipe the bullets off. They'll take the handle so that bitch got grip. They'll take the clip so that bitch don't slip. This is jungle, so you gotta be bitch living, maintain. This is hands-off, niggas ain't playing. These niggas ready. We don't glorify them hits, but it's strict about business. So if you talk to the police, they don't want to be a dead witness. This nigga always talking about this side. They get pissed and start singing like a bird. Get served when they release. They get pissed and get served when they release. When I ride down, everybody lay it down. Put your hands on the ground and niggas surrender to a boss. Everybody suck in the street, ride with them whacked out lyrics. Nigga night creepers about to show you how to handle your business. Give me your money and your jewels. Nigga get off the block. Talk about block. Nigga give me your money and your jewels. When I ride down, everybody lay it down. Put your hands on the ground and niggas surrender to a boss. Y'all been suck in the street, ride with them whacked out lyrics. Night creepers about to show you how to handle your business. Give me your money and your jewels. And nigga get off the block. Talk about block. But you niggas still selling down. Nothing changed but the time. We be clocking them out. Posted up on the block. 24/7. So when I die, I'm not gonna go to hell. Now that's the good question. Niggas stucking out here. So we are just gonna ride them and lead the beer. When it ain't gonna be, cause I'm a survivor. Better stay in your lane. Before it's there, accident. Niggas talking about brother. Still, business shit. All night. Put it in this ground. Like we switch it up. Gotta invest that money. Clean it up so we can stretch that money like a longer time. If not, then it was all that nothing. Cause these days when we watch, they get money over, they gon' shut the operation down. Raid the place, and seize the state, incarcerate the whole crew, and now you're going up state. And now years behind bars in this fucked up place. In this fucked up place. When I ride down, everybody lay it down. Put your hands on the ground and niggas say when I ride down, it's sucking the free ride with them whacked out lyrics. Night creepers about to show you how to handle your business. Give me your money and your dues, and niggas get off the block. Talk about you loading, but you
niggas still selling down. Rock when I ride down, everybody lay down. Put your hands on the ground, and niggas surrender to a low dog and suck them bones. Ride with them whacked out lyrics, but night creepers about to show you how to handle your business. Give me your money and your jewels, and nigga get off your block. Talk about you ballin', but you niggas still selling down. Rock and your jewels, yo nigga get off your block. Talk about you ballin', but you niggas still selling down. Rock. Yo.
Radio.com. Tell your friends.
Man, what's going down, man? It's your boys, Cal B's and Big Marcus. Man, this is the real game doing our thing. Man, hey, we got a special guest in the building, man. My line brother, LB, man. Brother, another mother from another brother. What is it? Brother from another mother. I just messed that up.
There you go.
There it is. There it is. Thunder Dame, man, in the building. What it do? Appreciate you for taking your time out of your busy day, man, to hang with your guys, man, doing our thing.
Already.
I want to get into our rival, our I-35 rival, San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio Spurs. Some stuff came out this week. A lot of stuff come out this week, man. It's been a good week in sports, man. Greg Popovich. Popovich is having some issues down in San Antonio. His main player, his guy, his star player, don't want to play for him, seem like. He do not want to play for Pop. Pop came out this week, and I actually had a clip for it, but I didn't want to play it because it was too much noise in the background, and we're professionals here. Dang, I'm a professional, sir, and I'm what you call a savant.
It was coming.
It was coming.
It was coming.
You gave yourself that name, right?
Yeah.
The title. Okay.
Yeah.
They usually don't care as much weight if it's, self-induced.
Thunder, watch yourself.
Okay.
Watch yourself, sir. Watch yourself. We can turn that mic off at any time. Just watch yourself. But real talk. Pop is having an issue, man. He came out and said, listen, he'll be shocked, he'll be surprised if Kawhi plays again this year. And we've kind of watched this from afar. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about what's going on in San Antonio. And as I ask that question, are we seeing something happening with Pop, the supremacy, the successfulness, whatever you want to call it? Are we seeing some change in there? Because you have to have talent to win in the NBA, because we see now we're going into this superstar, the big era of having star players on your team. San Antonio don't have that. Mm-hmm. So what are we seeing in San Antonio, and what's going on? What do y'all think?
I definitely think we're seeing a reduction in that supremacy, so to speak. And I believe that even if Kawhi was to play, I just don't think they're in the class of Golden State or even Houston for that matter, even with Kawhi. Now, one thing that you and I were talking about, I've gained a strong appreciation for Pop's coaching ability, particularly this season. As I confessed to you earlier, I was one that wasn't willing to deem him as the best coach in the world or the best coach ever, simply because he always had the top talent. He always had Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Manu, etc. List goes on. But now that talent has been, essentially stripped, his best player has not been there. LaMarcus Aldridge is a very good player, but he's not great.
Right.
And I don't think he's the player that's going to carry him to the promised land. So with that being said, for him to be third in the West with that roster, pretty much, a LaMarcus Aldridge and a bunch of guys, so to speak, everybody plays the role to the T. And to get guys, every player on the same page to play their role, and not only to play their role and be decent, but to be one of the top 3 teams in the conference, the toughest conference, is saying something. And I definitely got to tip my hat to Pop. But with that being said, I definitely believe there is I definitely think the supremacy is dying away because he does not have the top talent to contend with Golden State. Or, I don't think they could beat Cleveland for that matter, or Houston.
It's interesting. I mean, I agree. It may be the beginning of the end. They probably won't win 50 games for the first time this season. You're starting to hear stories. You heard this summer about Aldridge not wanting to come back. Pop had to wine and dine him, and now Kawhi, which you just skipped all over that, that story. But
they won't win 50 games this year.
Yeah.
What's their record?
They are 35-25 with 22 games left.
Yeah, so
they won't win.
This is the first time in a long time, and you can't get anybody in free agency, so things are not looking good. You know what I'm saying, for San Antonio. But let me get back. Let's rewind this, because I want to know how y'all feel. So Kawhi is sitting out, right? You're paying him $20 million. What obligation does he have if the coaching staff says you're okay to play? What obligation does he have to get back on the court?
I don't think he has an obligation. I think he's got to do what's best for him. If he has that, as the best player of the team, he has that leverage to do what he wants to do. So I say use it, because you got to look at the long term of your career, not just this year. However, I do believe he owes San Antonio some level of loyalty, because I don't believe he becomes the type of player he is without Pop's tutelage and being in that organization. They believed in him when a lot of other basketball experts and other teams did not. They didn't believe that he could become the superstar. Hell, I didn't believe he could become the superstar that he is today.
Nobody did.
When he came out of San Diego State, but they believed in him. They forced him to be in positions where he had to be the star, and he eventually developed in that role. Now he is what he is.
They should have
today.
forced him to cut them cornrows off.
Yeah, he would be a much better player without them cornrows. Let me just say. But I believe because of that, he owes San Antonio some level of loyalty, and at least to say, "Hey, I'm not coming back." At least to be upfront and honest with him.
I disagree. There's no such thing as loyalty, sir. He don't owe them anything. He owes them nothing. Don't owe. Listen, and I agree with the first part of what you said, Thunder. He owed them as far as getting on the court and playing. But at the end of the day,
so does he develop into the player he is today?
No, I agree. Again, that's what I'm saying. I agree with the first part, and I didn't think Kawhi would be a superstar.
Right.
But he has developed into that. He is. And I think you have to credit Pop and his coaching staff. I agree with that. But at the end of the day, San Antonio Spurs will still be around when Kawhi Leonard won't. So in the short term, he has to take care of himself. There's some distrust there.
I'm paying you $20 million a year, man.
But there's some distrust there in that organization.
Contract binding saying, I'm paying you this amount of money. I need this in return.
Exactly, but there is some distrust that he does not trust the medical staff.
My people telling me you're okay, that you can play.
But my people are saying you're not okay.
I trust my people though.
But my people.
These are people I'm paying.
I understand. The doctors will always side with the team.
Hey man, come on, this is San Antonio. This is
for the team.
This is a first class organization,
I understand.
Right? You telling me that right?
They are. They are a first-class organization that has been proven, that has been certified, qualified. But at the end of the day, when Kawhi Leonard goes down, the Spurs will keep rolling.
I'm paying you $20 million a year, man, for you to sit on the bench, man, and they telling me you okay. You can't. I mean, come on, man.
You have the right to get a second opinion. Again,
he can do whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? But
they're not gonna cut him. They're not gonna.
But how do you see it working out though? I can't.
I believe that he'll come. I believe
he should come back when he's ready. When he feels like he's ready. Because again, he has to think of the long
term. I'm talking about the situation after he comes back. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you this. You know what I'm saying? If San Antonio was really behind him like they say they are, they wouldn't have put out that the doctor said he was okay. They threw him under the bus now for him.
Leonard has final say on return. Opts to remain out. Period.
Yeah, he has final. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean, if he's not going to play, they're not going to be.
What happens when he come back, though?
if he comes back.
And the way Pop talking, you know what I'm
not.
saying? I might not even play you. You know what I'm saying?
Now that's where it's a problem. I feel if when he comes back, you insert him back into the lineup, and we keep it moving.
Pop telling him, man, I run this. I'm San Antonio.
But now it's a power struggle.
Hey, man.
You know, and so, I mean, I believe it's somebody's ego is gonna have to fall.
That's where we're going now. That's where we're going. So I guess my next question to you guys is, you know what I'm saying, how are other teams and how are other GMs seeing this? You know what I'm saying? If you was a GM at another team, you know what I'm saying, how would you view him? Kawhi Leonard.
I would sign him up as fast. I would personally deliver the check. Take a few days, sir.
Yep.
Take your time.
Make sure that you right. Go get a third opinion.
Take your time.
Make sure that you right. Take your time. It's okay. We'll be here waiting on you. Come on in. Take your time. If I'm speaking as our favorite team, if he calls Cuban and says, "Hey, I want to come to Dallas," and Cuban says, "Hey, take your time. Here's your contract. Sign it when you're ready." I'll be totally on board with that.
Totally.
Come on.
100% on board.
Bring him on in here.
This is a star-driven league, not a coach-driven league. A star-driven league.
And when you start, you have the leverage.
You just told me this is what, the greatest coach of all time, right?
Well, Pop. I love
He's one of
Pop.
the best.
Pop is a great coach, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna take Kawhi Leonard if he wants to come to me. I don't look at him negative at all. If that's what you're asking,
you taking Coach Pop or you taking Kawhi?
I guess it depends on what.
What's in that pen?
It depends on what time frame we talking about. If it's long term,
we're talking right now. The facts that you have in front of you right now, Big Marcus. Who would you take, Pop or Kawhi? Not what ifs. The right now.
Right now, I'll take Pop.
Let's wrap the show up. Let's go. It's time to go.
I can't tell. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I mean, if you telling me right now, I don't know what's wrong with Kawhi Leonard.
It's a right quad.
Man, they said that, but then at the beginning he had a torn shoulder, so I don't know what's wrong with him.
Well, it's a right quad.
Yeah, man, you don't know, man. You don't know.
Tendinopathy.
San Antonio don't even know. That's the problem.
Well, Tony Parker. I think some of it was Tony Parker had this same injury a few years ago, and he came back.
last year.
Well,
the same time that Kawhi had the injury, Tony Parker had the injury.
He came back to play. And I think it's befuddling to the organization why Kawhi is not coming back to play, and it's getting under a lot of people's skin. But at the end of the day, it's going to be he's going to have the final say. Okay. But aside from the injury, there's something else working in the background as to why he don't want to come back and play.
I think it's a trust factor that's lost. I think he's lost trust in San Antonio's brass.
I would. I mean, if I was him, I would too. You came out and said that. You know what I'm saying? You keep everything hush hush. It's supposed to be everything indoor. Now y'all leaking stuff, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would be pissed off too if I was him.
Yeah.
But then if I was San Antonio, I'm paying you $20 million, and you sitting at the end of the bench, you know what I'm saying, looking at females in the crowd. We got a problem.
Kawhi ain't looking at nobody in the crowd.
Looking at them white girls.
Out them cornrows. He ain't looking at nobody. No, he ain't looking at nobody. Let's go ahead. Let's go. What?
He got that $20 million cornrows though. Shit.
Let's go ahead, man. We got a break. We got a break. Let's get into a commercial break. SP. We're gonna come back, man. We're gonna finish up some stuff, man. Let's go. It's the real game. Let's get to it.
This is the real game on VillaCoolaradio.com.
Hey everyone, I've got a fashion insider for all my ladies who know the importance of accessorizing their attire. And even for my fellas out there balling on a budget but still want their woman looking lovely. Let's be real, even the costume gotta be cute and on point, right? Well, Paparazzi Accessories got you covered. With an assortment of durable, nickel and lead-free, aesthetically appealing to the eye, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and more. So go show Miss Lisa Turner some love and support. Check her out on Facebook at LTurner88, on Instagram at Lisa Turner, or hit up her website at paparazziaccessories.com.
What up, riders? This is your main man's Cal Be Easy.
And your boy, Big Marcus.
Man, we are hosts of the hottest, dopest sports show in the world. The real game, the game inside of the game.
Man, you can check us out live every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. on VillaCoolaradio.com.
And you can also download our podcast 24/8 on VillaCoolaradio.com and Google Play.
Man, we out this bitch.
Man, so let's win.
Hey, what's good, Joe? It's your man, Cam King. Hey, be sure you tune in and vibe out to the sexiest hour on internet radio. That's the Fabric Extent, which airs every day from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, around baby making hour from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, and then you know what? Right after that, you can turn up with your man, since I host the hippest playlist on the planet. That's the Hip Hop Timeline, every day from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. All exclusively on the VillaCooleradio.com. For fans of music, let's go.
KoolaRadio.com.
Man, what it do, man? It's your boy Cal B Easy, man. We getting back into this thing with Big Marcus and Thunder Dame on the end now, man. What's up, Thunder? You good? What it do?
Man, you done made it. You done made it, man.
What's up?
Flying.
I'm loaded back here with Mark.
Yeah.
Already. Kawhi. We good on Kawhi. We good because we feel the way we feel. We good on Kawhi.
Get on the court and just dribble.
Just dribble. Laura said just dribble. Just dribble. That's what Laura said. Laura said just dribble.
Get your ass on the court and
That's
just dribble,
do.
man.
That's what Laura said. She said do your thing. So.
I see both sides, though, fellas. I really do, man. I see San Antonio's position, like Mark was saying. You know, I paid you a certain amount of money. I need you to own up to your contract. But, again, at the end of the day, the players have the leverage. Superstar players have the leverage. So, you know, I have no problem with, you know, Kawhi utilizing his leverage and saying, hey, I'm going to come back when I feel like coming back.
Today's NBA player.
Yeah.
Versus a football player who plays the whole year with a torn rotator cuff.
You don't have that leverage in football.
Well, the difference is, let's just say it this way. In the NFL, you hurt, you probably have to play because there's no money guaranteed unless it's built into your contract. The NBA, all your money is guaranteed. So if a cat say he don't want to play,
hey,
it is what it is. Shout out to the players union for the NBA getting that bread. Ain't nothing wrong with that. NFL, you're lacking.
On everything.
So, man, I know we want to talk. We want to jump back to the bleed green because we're gonna stay with the bleed green Dallas Mavericks. Mark Cuban, this boy's a fool. Mark Cuban said, let's just lose. Let's just lose, and let's try to get that top pick because we're not going to make the playoffs. If you're not going to win, you lose. Look, Ricky Bobby said it best. If you're not first, you're last. That's what Ricky Bobby said. Mark Cuban said, if you're not going to go to the playoffs, lose. I don't have a problem with that.
Man, you got to have a problem with tanking, man.
I don't have a problem with tanking at all. Listen.
Any sports fan should have a problem with tanking.
I don't have a problem with it.
Any gambler should have a problem with
definitely from a gambler's perspective.
You know what I'm saying?
But why would the gamblers have a problem with tanking if you know the team gonna lose? Bet on the team that wins. That should win because if the Mavericks are trying
it's a bigger picture than that. You know what I'm saying? If you tanking, that means that your whole league is not. It might as well be the WWE. You know what I'm saying? You start thinking now, if this is what's going on, are they setting it up to tank? Is it a plan? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
trust the process.
Yeah. You know, the integrity be gone.
As a fan, I don't like tanking at all. I'm just looking at the Mavericks now. It's a tough watch, man. It's really a tough watch.
I don't even turn Mavericks on.
I watched the Lakers game, didn't play the Lakers last night. I had to turn it off mid-third quarter. I just couldn't take it.
That bad,
and I watch every Maverick game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love watching it. Even when they lose, I love, you know, the X's and O's. You know, I dig deep into it. But that was tough to watch. You can't even watch that. I mean, it's not good basketball on any level.
But I guess, you know, when the owners or GMs, they talk about tanking, do they really tank though? I mean, I guess the players still play to win, right? Mm-hmm. You can't tell me they part of the plan.
Right. Well, you play the players, but your rotation's a little different.
I would even think that coaches would want to.
Well, Carlisle want to win.
Players have nothing to do with it. It's all on the coach.
Yeah, Carlisle wants to win, but at the end of the day, he has a order. He has a straight order from Cuban to say, listen, this is what we are. This is what we're going to do now. We want to see some minutes from a Cal Collinsworth. You don't even know who he is. He plays for the Dallas Mavericks. We want to see Sally, what is his name? Sally Marat, whatever his name is. We want to see a little bit of him. We want to see what he'll do in extended minutes. We know Sally. Yeah, there we go. See it. Yeah, there you go. What's his name?
Salah Medri.
Sally Mat. What is it?
Salah Medri.
Salah Medri. Salah Medri. Salah Medri.
The Medj, as he's affectionately known.
You want to see more of those guys in extended minutes. You know, instead of 15,
but
20.
Do you?
Well, no, you don't. But you want to lose ultimately. But you want to see if the guy can play 30, 35 minutes.
For what,
you want to see.
That's what spring training for,
all
man.
These guys that play for these universities whose win's going to be vacated in 3 years.
Man.
You want to draft those guys.
But let me pose a question to you guys. And we're talking about the Mavericks specifically since Cuban's the one that brought that up. Let's keep it on the Mavericks. You losing to gain draft picks.
To get a top pick.
To get a top pick. What is the history of the Mavericks draft picks? They've had first round draft picks. Now maybe not a top 10, maybe not a top 5. What do we? I look at the bigger picture. What are we expecting them to do with it? I don't expect them to do anything productive unless they have another player like Dennis Smith that just falls in their lap. I'm fully confident they would have gotten a player that wouldn't have equated to anything like the Nella Lakina cat in New York. If Dennis Smith was not there. I think they would have drafted him. I mean, it's all speculation, but I think they would have gotten him. He's not doing anything in New York. I don't think he's going to equate to much in the NBA. So with that being said, how much confidence do you have in the Mavericks or any of these teams that taking, excluding Philly, because obviously they've cashed in their assets. But do you have the confidence in the Mavericks to do anything with the draft pick with this tanking? If they do earn the top pick.
With the top picks,
I personally don't.
With the top picks they had, with the top guys, and again, I have a list. I have a list of the top freshmen. And Big Marcus, no. They cannot mess it up.
How can you?
They can't
not mess it up.
They can't.
Look at LA. What is Lonzo?
Hey!
I know I struck a nerve, didn't I? What is Lonzo at?
Hey, watch your mouth, man.
Absolutely nothing. How the song go? If I could sing, I would.
Watch your
mouth. Cam.
Yeah.
I'm undefeated, never lost. How you gonna beat me? Who's better, LeVar or Michael Jordan?
LeVar.
He don't want me to get on the balls, man, because they are absolutely trash, man.
Yeah, man.
From
from the afflicted shot, big brother, all the way down to the little brother that can't dribble really.
Let's get back on tanking, man, because y'all.
Oh.
But my point is with the balls before you cut you off more. Before with the mention of the balls was you said that you can't miss with a top 5 pick. I'm telling you.
Oh, you said the Lakers missed?
Yeah, the Lakers missed.
I don't think he's going to be a superstar.
Man,
he might not be the
2 pick.
He might not even be elite.
You had Spider Mitchell, all those players that came that were projected that should have been drafted before Lonzo Ball. Now you can say hindsight is 20/20, etc., but even many of the scouts stated that there were better players in Ball.
I saw it, and I ain't.
They went with
They
went with selling tickets over
Magic
product on the floor.
Magic. If you don't trust Magic,
Magic fell into the trap, man.
Yeah, he did.
Magic.
He saw a point guard that could equate to what he was pass first, but
no, he drunk the Kool-Aid from the daddy. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Daddy done hyped everybody up, including B. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I ain't got B over here.
Yeah, man. Defensive and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you could look at the last game when, and I always go back to it, the last game of his college, and he got 8 up. That let me know right there.
38?
Come on now.
Man, we talking about tanking, man. We not even.
No, well, okay.
How we get on Lonzo anyway?
Aaron Fox is a much better player than Lonzo. I think
we're gonna look. I'm gonna just say this: we're gonna look back, and the number 1 pick, and the second pick gonna turn out to be bust.
That's fair to say.
But getting back to tanking, I got 2 minutes to solve the problem. Listen. How many
teams? Listen to this mess right here.
I'm listening, Mark. Go ahead.
How many teams are in the NBA?
It's 32.
32. I need you to trim that down to 22.
That's a lot of revenue going at in the NBA. 10 teams.
Yeah. That's why it won't happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, because teams make a lot of, but you don't need Orlando. You know what I'm saying? You can ship.
If that's the case, if people gonna say you don't need Dallas, then what we got?
Well, they did. They had won a championship.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee.
Oh no, I like.
Nah, they got my guy Giannis.
One of my favorite players,
but
man.
listen, this is what you do. You know what I'm saying? You put something down where you can't have no more than 2 max contracts. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a lot of players, better role players. Everybody ain't gonna make a team. I'm sorry to say, people gonna lose some jobs, man. But that's how you do when you reshuffle this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about the money. So even if I sign you as a rookie and you leave, you know what I'm saying, you can't make but 40% of what I could pay you. You know what I'm saying? So 60% more. You know what I'm saying? I can pay you 60% more than anybody else, man. That would work, man. Everybody got an even playing field. You might not win, but you closer to winning. You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't have the Max, you know, the whole ass Durant's and all them, you know what I'm saying, out there like that.
That also resolves from what it sounds like, it resolves the super team
issue.
And it gives
man,
more balance.
What you got going next week? You got going next week, man.
I'm open, man. Whatever you want to do.
Man,
see, you done bought into this nonsense.
But I agree. It's a good perspective,
man. The league is watered down. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, and that's why it's so boring.
Yes.
That's why you don't watch the playoff. You know what I'm saying? Until the championship game. Yeah.
You got the bet. You got the. Everybody wants to play on the top 5 teams.
That goes back into the reseeding. So I asked Bird about resetting. Nah, what you say last night? Nah, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got to. You know what I'm saying?
No, we can't do no. We can't. We gonna take it as it is. We gonna take it as it. But what we're gonna do now? What we're gonna do now? Because we're gonna touch on that in a moment. And we got the K Files coming up. London the Great. Can we go ahead and get that Kobe Savage video on, sir? Are we ready for that? Let's go ahead and get that Kobe Savage video on Storms.
Young Savage.
We're gonna get that in, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna finish up this.
This is The Real Game on VillaCoolaradio.com.
Still standing here. I'm still standing here. I've been through the struggle, through the storm, through the maze, but I'm still standing here today. Could have died 100 times, out here hustling, trying to shine. God showed me another way. If you listening to these words, bro, I bet you can relate. See, I come from the gutter with them hustlers who persuade. The struggle pushed me into what I first could not conceive. Cutting cookies down to 20s, about to post up for this cream. One day when it was raining, I was out there trying to get it. My daddy pulled up on me, he say, son, I need a 50. I told him that's a no-go, so he read it to my granny. After that, I knew this game was not for me. I love my family. Narcotics killed my daddy, got my little bro doing time. Took my nephew from my sister, murdered in some terror palms. But lessons turn to blessings when we put together palms. Bow our head, asking God to help us make it through through these storms. His scripture offers wisdom. His grace is why I'm living. His mercy kept me free from spending borrowed time in prison. With this borrowed time I'm giving, man, I got to make a difference. Watch me overcome these hurdles. Thinking further, can I get a witness, huh?
I've been through the struggle, through the storm, through the maze, but I'm still standing here today. Could've died 100 times out here hustling, trying to shine. God, show me another way. Show me another way. I've been through the struggle, through the storm, through the maze, but I'm still standing here today. Could've died 100 times out here hustling, trying to shine. God, show me another way.
I thought I wouldn't make it, but I did, so I'm thankful. Bullets could've split my wig against the kid, got an angel. Every time I feel I got back up like I'm supposed to. Mama raised a soldier to success, I'm getting closer. Lost inside these mazes, flipping pages in my folders. Everything I write come from the heart, that's why it's soulful. If I never take this global and stay local, it's okay. But I'm hopeful that my words will help some see a brighter day. In the ghetto war, it's great, we get lemonade up out them lemons. In the face of great distress, we don't digress, we just keep building. In a way, I feel like life is just a test to give us wisdom. When I pray for guidance, so making the best decisions. Any day could be my last. Time ticking away too fast. In the midst of the storms, I lift up my arms and praise them with all I had. This truth that I give will last. The pain that you feel will pass. In the midst of your storms, just lift up your arms and praise them with all you have.
I've been through the struggle, through the storm, through the maze, but I'm still standing here today. Could've died 100 times out here hustling, trying to shine. God, show me another way. Show me another way. I've been through the struggle, through the storm, through the maze, but I'm still standing here today. Could've died 100 times out here hustling, trying to shine. God, show me another way.
What it do, man? It's your boys, man. Appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in with you guys, man. We just doing our thing, man. Real Gang Sports Show, man. Really Koola Media. Tank, Thunder, man.
This nigga's scared.
It is about that time, guys. You want to go ahead and get your disclaimer in, Cal B?
Yes, I will. Cal B. Easy of the Real Gang Sports Show. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you, Mr. and Mrs. Alien. Thank you for not disturbing my nice cell phone, my laptop, and my nice vehicle.
Also, since we had this kind of
what?
And then you don't want to surprise him, man.
I've already gave him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've already gave him about how weird this show
is. Some weird shit.
This is about to really get weird. So thank you again.
I wouldn't say no. Hold on. Not weird. Knowledgeable.
Already, I'm with you on that. Knowledgeable.
Weird.
So, Dane,
yes,
this is the K-File, and this is when I kind of give report on what the aliens have been doing with our social media and or things that I come across on social media or just experienced during life that
you went from Sophie B out in life 0 to 100. 0 to 100.
Weird, crazy, coincidental, ironic, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so since this is your first K-File, I'm gonna kind of go over some things that I've already gone over with the guys.
Man, this should be good.
Okay, first and foremost, first thing you should know about Dame is what being in the zone really means. That's all about synchronicity. Okay, synchronicity.
It's worth it. I tell me that
is I've experienced it. I experience it every day. Like when I get out to the head of the block here, and I want to make a right and go to the first street light right here,
street light
intersection. If I'm going to work, it's always green. If I'm doing anything else, it's always red. So this is
okay. See where you're going with this.
This is synced with like things that I'm gonna do. Like the aliens know that I'm on my way to work, so I'll just have a free way to work. But in time else, it's kind of not. It's kind of the opposite. So anyway, your radio in your car oftentimes is synced with these lights. Pay attention to it. Now, when you're sitting there at your light, pay attention. Like, see if your radio, the commercial doesn't change when the lights change. Okay? Synchronicity, Daniel. Okay, let's go. Let's move on here. The computer, you know, it times on and off, right? If you leave it on for so long, right? Well, mine is synced to when I leave in and out the room. Like, I can leave it just like this, go cook dinner, and as soon as I come back in that room, it's turning off. Now, it's on a timer, right? Well, then why does sometimes I could just leave it? It can just be timing off or whatever. I can get up and go to the bathroom and come right back, and the computer is turning off as I come back. So what's the difference between the time I leave to go to the bathroom and the time I leave to go cook dinner? And, you know, it's synced with whatever I do. Anyway, moving on. I often curse at the aliens, and I tell them where they can go. And so when they do this, they kind of reprimand me by scouring the local police on the community. Like, anytime I cuss at the aliens, I can leave the house, go out, drive someplace, and there'll be cops pulling people over. We good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So, that's just one weird thing. Speaking on the Ray Caruth thing, no shit. Last week, I was actually going to do a K-file on North Carolina athletes.
Stop it.
And how they get in trouble.
Stop it.
I put this on my sister's grave, B. Last week, I didn't have enough time because I was looking on the internet and I couldn't come up with all the instances in which, you know, it's always some freaky stuff happening around North Carolina athletes like Ray Caruth. And so last week, I was trying to get together the K-file, and I was trying to research on all of the mishaps that have happened with North Carolina athletes. And here we go, this week talking about Ray Caruth. So, one last thing. The Vicious, I mean, not the Vicious video, but I told you guys a couple of weeks ago about the Vicious video, and it crashed, and oftentimes when I'm trying to put up a video or something, it'll crash before I can put it up. Well, today, I told y'all this morning, I finished Gifted the Go-Getters post-Valentine's show thing, promo. Was up to like 5 o'clock last night. So as soon as I finished and went to bed, started exporting it. It's 20 minutes long, so that's obviously it's gonna take a long time. Well, it got about this much to go. Right when I get through with the blocks clips this morning, and I'm through doing with all that, the power goes out, and no more, and I have to start all over. Coincidence, right? Right. That is your K-file for the week.
This nigga's scared.
Like I said, Dame, not necessarily weird, just so happens to be coincidental, like
happenstance
with frequency, consistency. So there you go, your K-files.
Right on.
What you got to say this week, Cal Bees?
I stick with weird, so hey, that's the lane I'm gonna drive in. I'm gonna drive in the weird lane.
We got 5 minutes, guys.
I just find it odd that you was gonna speak on North Carolina athletes, and we didn't get to Ray this week, but
right,
your boy Ray is eligible for parole in October.
Shout out to Ray, man.
Now shout out to Ray. For what? What you shouting out to him for?
Cause we gonna talk about it.
Man, we ain't shouting out to Ray.
We got 5 minutes, guys, so I don't know if y'all want to talk about T Woods or you want to close.
We're gonna give shout out. Shout out to T Woods. Oh, my sister said, man, you shout out sometimes. I'm shouting you shout out sometimes.
Yeah, you don't let me. Man, shout out to Julia, man.
I don't let you, man.
The best.
You're a grown man. Oh, Sean Miller, by the way, guys. Sean Miller would not be coaching today. He would not be coaching today. I guess that's a no-brainer.
You think?
But it's odd that the players are going to be playing that's implicated in the FBI probe, but the one coach that was caught on the wiretap. But I guess that makes sense.
Basically telling you they ain't going out to playoffs right now.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just trying to get these coaches first.
Okay. Well, Sean Miller, he's the first domino.
Yeah, he probably at a law firm right now.
He should be. But I was reading this morning, his contract is set up that they still have to pay him, even if they fire him with cause, and this will be with cause, they still would have to pay him his base salary through 2022.
Okay.
And he would get 85% of his salary. So basically, some of like the bonus money, whatever. But he still
it's gonna be hard to collect when you're in the pen.
But I thought there was some clause in his contract saying that if he, got caught up in any type of scandal like this and he couldn't coach,
I didn't read
he had
that.
to pay like $300,000.
Oh well, I did see that $300,000, but $300,000 pales in comparison to the $10.1 million they would still have to pay him.
True.
So I dropped the $300,000 if you're gonna pay me $10.1 million. That's still owed to him, even if they fire him with cause.
Yep. Hey, that's all returning money now.
Well, like you say, nothing matters if it goes.
You're going to the pen, bud.
But will he go to the Fed?
Yeah, he going to the Feds, man. Shit, day for day, baby.
I think he can bear his way out of that.
Nah, man, they got you on the wiretap, man.
I know, but everybody.
With your telephone number.
Okay, all right.
And you saying, hey, man, don't go through the middle, man. Go through me.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Come on now.
That's what he said. If it's money, talk to me.
I'm pretty sure they got
I just said last night, ain't no coach going to get caught up in that.
He telling me, oh, man, ain't nothing going to happen. And NCAA ain't, Man, this motherfucking Feds, man.
Man, let me get into my thought of the week. I like this thought of the week real quick. It's not going to take long because we don't have much time, man. Dang, first of all, I appreciate you for showing up, man.
Yeah, man, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, bro, anytime, bro. You right up the street, bro. You know where we at.
You made the show more intelligent.
What? That was quite disrespectful, son. That was quite disrespectful.
My bad, damn. You made it more professional.
Yeah, man.
No,
professional vernacular.
I give you intelligent here, but I'm
we always talk down on my vernacular, Cam.
It's more professional.
Listen, man, real quick. KIB Easy start of the week, man. This is something, man, I want to give to people, man. If you don't understand it, I'm talking to you. This is why I want to take this, man. My word this week is I wanted to use exosphere. Have y'all ever heard of the exosphere?
No, sir.
It's the highest region of the atmosphere.
Okay.
It's the highest region of the atmosphere. Quite naturally, we can't live in it. Okay, very common people can't live in the exosphere. But where we live is the troposphere. The troposphere. That's where we live. That is correct. That's where we live. Isn't that right, SP? That is correct. Now, in some cases, we can go to the stratosphere. Right? That's right above us.
Man.
Check me out.
This is a bullshit.
Eagles fly high. The more, this is what I'm trying to get at. Eagles fly high. Everybody can't fly as high as an eagle, and they're not designed to. We all desire to fly high, but most of us can't. And when an eagle flies high, he comes down. He don't fly higher. Chickens can't fly high because they're not designed to fly high. What I'm saying to you is, where are you trying to go? Are you trying to go to the stratosphere, or are you just trying to stay in your comfortable troposphere?
I think that was a bad analogy in cowboy country.
Wait a minute.
I think, man, you talking about...
You lost me at Eagles.
I understand Eagles fly high.
Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys, man.
He lost me at, you know what I'm saying, this spur and that
I understand.
spur.
That's the intelligence I'm bringing to the show real quick. I only got 30
seconds.
seconds.
The people.
I only
got 30 seconds. With that.
Well, I'm sorry that I lost you with the Eagles, but I'm just saying, where do you choose to go? Do you choose to go to the highest of the high, or do you choose to stay comfortable where you are?
I'm going to the highest of the high.
I can't do it. I just
how high?
The highest.
Say, I didn't even get to listen. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is everybody can't go where you're trying to go if you're trying to go to the highs of the high. Not this kind of high, guys. Not this kind of high. I'm talking about the highs of where you can take yourself, man. Lord have mercy. Dane, Thunder, appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Showing up with your boys. SP, good job today, man. Like always, through the hallways. The great, London the Great, man. You're the best. I'm telling you. You're the best. You're the best. And statistician, you did do something today. You worked a little bit less than I did. Really Koola Radio. Appreciate y'all. Facebook, Twitch, everybody, man. We're going to holler at y'all in a minute. This is The Real Game. Big Marcus.
We out this bitch.
You were listening to The Real Game on VillaCoolaRadio.com. If you missed any part of the show, you can catch the replay every weekday on VillaCoolaRadio.com from 2 to 4 p.m. Central. You can download the show podcast anytime on VillaCoolaRadio.com.